जयपुर वाया कोटा
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ಲಕ್ನೋ ಜಂಕ್ಷನ್
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ
Hyderabad Bhattacharjya Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो
Well, Mumbai won the toss at Wankhede and put the Knight Riders into bat, but the Knight Riders said, no thank you. Yeah, we're not really in the mood. 169 all out. That's right. That famed batting lineup with lots of firepower has got wrapped up by the Mumbai bowling for 169. There was still one ball left on the other side for Mumbai. Of course, Jasprit Bumrah, it's just another regular day for him. Yeah, bowl 23 balls, give away 18 runs, pick up 3 wickets. So, how he likes to call Tuesday, perhaps. Nuwan Thushara got 3 wickets rather in the power play. He finished with 42 in his 4, and Hardik Pandya also got 2 wickets, so it was expensive in the last over that he bowled. You're watching Cricbuzz Combox. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, Shaun, Pollock and Bhattacharjya. A very good day, Polly, for the Mumbai bowlers.
Yeah, it was quality. I mean, we called the kind of game plan of what we thought it would be up front because of the firepower that KKR have shown up front in that opening partnership and what they've done in the power plays. And it worked a trick. Those wickets. We also discussed about the lack of impact that the Mumbai spinners have been able to have. But this is what, case in point, when you give your best bowlers the option of starting, setting the tone, doing some damage, it takes pressure off the middle. Because they can come on and just do what they have to do because the pressure is that the others can't get out and they can bowl with a little bit more control and have a little bit more confidence. So sometimes you hear the captains and the coaches talking about, let's hold them back for certain time.
Exactly my point.
If you've got the gun players, get them involved, let them dictate terms and let the bowlers set the tone for their innings.
That's what Mumbai did today, but that's not what the Knight Riders did today. They were 5 down in 6.1. They were 4 down in the power play. As soon as the power play got over the first ball, Rinku Singh gets out. You'd think number 7 is a good time for Andre Russell to come in, but he doesn't. An impact sub comes in, and Andre Russell is being held back, sitting on the bench, a place from where the little cricket that I know, Joy, you can't score any runs.
Anyone who knows, you don't need to know little cricket to know that. But, I mean, that's amazing. And you see, Andre Russell has won games for the Jamaica Talawas. He's won game for the West Indies, batting in those conditions. He's batted from 20 for 4, chasing and has scored century and won games for them.
Yeah.
So the fact is that he's not just this big hitter of the ball. I mean, if you say Stark would not come in at that point, I can quite understand.
Yep.
But it's not that Andre Russell is not an intelligent player. He can't bat according to the situation. So I just find that once Rinku Singh is out, give your best batter a chance. The other thing, Manish Pandey, forget, he scored 42 of what, 38 balls he scored?
Manish Pandey?
Yeah.
Yeah, so their partnership went on for 10.1 overs. It was 6.1 when that Rinku Singh wicket fell. Andre Russell is only coming at 16.2. So those 10 overs have been played by Manish Pandey and in those 10.2 overs, they've got 83 runs. So
correct. So Manish is going at a strike rate of about 133. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and he is going at an even lower strike rate. So my point is very simple, that if you are in a situation like this, isn't it better for you to send in Andre Russell, take the chance, then you have Ramandeep. Anyway, you can sub Angriksh even later. Yeah. And if Russell doesn't come off, give this guy a chance. Give Manish Pandey a chance. Yeah. But the point of it is, first give your best player a chance to play balls. He's not just a blind striker. That's all my point is.
Yeah. I think what happens sometimes is you get pigeonholed into what your role you can play. Tim David's a case in point. They often keep him for a certain point. We used to do something similar with Lance Klusener. But if you're a quality player, if you've played enough international cricket, if you've played enough domestic cricket in these leagues, you've got to be better than that. You've got to have the ability to hold, I'll adjust my game plan. I've got time here, I can just knock it around, particularly against the spinners. If I get the ball, I can put it away. But you set yourself up, and could he have done the job? Could he have been going at 120 strike rate just by knocking it around? And then been ready to launch after that. If he's got that mindset, it would have been interesting to see the Mumbai tactics. If he had come in at that time, they might have gone to Bumrah a little bit earlier.
Exactly, they sneaked in a couple of other overs.
Yeah, they would have maybe changed things up. So I do get the case in point. Is like he's not just only a hitter. He's got more ability than that. And sometimes I think you do have to give that responsibility to the individual and say to himself, okay, we're in the mire here, but get stuck in, show a bit of character, and then do some damage at the back end.
And the thing is, he could come in and he could get out. He could still be playing risk-free cricket, trying to build the partnership again. And he could get out, because anybody can get out. You could get one really good ball at some point in time. But then you still have the ability to get your impact sub in and then consolidate.
Yeah.
If you're going to play at 8 and over, right, you can do that even if Andy Russell is out. Then you can drop anchor then. Because right now, 169 doesn't look good enough at the Wankhede. It doesn't look good enough against that Mumbai batting lineup. So effectively, you have let Andre Russell come in only when you had 20-odd deliveries to go. And yes, he got run out. That's a different story. But yeah, him, Ramandeep, they're all coming in with their back against the wall. Where you go, it's 4 overs. We need to get 70 to get any score.
You need to go first ball. And he went for a first ball 6.
It was 6 of 1.
Yeah. See, the other thing is that, I mean, any level of cricket you play, and you don't, I haven't played a high level of cricket. This gentleman may have played a little bit higher, but
he knows a few things.
Yeah, he knows a few things. But the one thing that I do know is that if you are batting, okay, when do you call for a single? You call for the single for everything ahead of the stumps. It's my call. Okay. Anything behind, it's actually the non-striker's call, because he can see what's going on. So once the non-striker has seen and called and run, my job, if I start second guessing the non-striker and looking around and then changing it, then I'm putting my players in a condition. So my point is that I'm not saying that the run was necessarily in it, but the moment that he's put a call, either I say a firm no immediately or I run. And at that point in time, if I'm there and Andre Russell is there, I give Russell the chance.
From what I saw, Paulie, it looked like what Joy is saying is it looked like Venki sold Russell down the river there.
Yeah, it did look like it took 2 or 3 steps down before he made his decision. And once you've done that, then your body language is different to what's coming out of your mouth. You know, it creates a complex environment. So, yeah, it was very unfortunate. I mean, Russell actually got off to a bit of a flyer. What did he have? 7 of 2 deliveries, I think it was. So he must have been thinking, okay, I'm going to go here. Also, going back just to the point, Manish Pandey, we're not being critical of him. I mean, the guy hasn't played any cricket the whole
6 years.
Exactly.
6 years? He played, he got a game after some 6 seasons or something.
6 seasons,
Yeah,
5 years,
KKR,
10 months and some
such, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying in this IPL, he hasn't been to the crease. Yeah. So when he gets put in as the impact sub, I mean, his role is, okay, hold on, you do need to put on a partnership. So that's why his thinking was to bat the way he did.
Yeah.
You know, if he had come a little bit later, he might have been looked to be a bit more aggressive. But I just think that we mustn't be critical of him. I think just critical of the tactics.
Coaching, exactly.
Of the tactics, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and he's played. This is after 6 years, he's coming back to KKR. I think in the middle, he has played for SRH, he has played other innings, but yeah, he's coming back to KKR. But he hasn't really had a run. And this year, he hasn't played at all.
True.
And you're absolutely right. 130 strike rate for somebody who's come in, say, okay, son, you've at least stabilized the score. So you question the tactic, not the player.
Yeah, we can be pretty much guaranteed that that's what he was told. Because if they had a different tactic at that time, they would have sent a different person, right? They would have sent Russell or Ramandeep. Ramandeep's capable of, doing the big hits. He's played at Mumbai, so he knows Wankhede as well. But that's not what has happened. And I think it's not just the score. Well, I know this. It's not just the fact that the Knight Riders got all out at 169. While watching the game with Joy, with Shaun, with Virendra Sehwag, Rohan Gavaskar, everybody was of the same opinion watching Russell in the dugout, who himself looked as frustrated as we looked, looking at him on the screen there, going, he's sitting there. Isn't a batter sitting there going, why am I not out there? My team's in trouble. It's 6 down.
Yeah,
We've got nothing on the board.
We discussed before the game, we were talking about Rinko and Andre Russell not really getting an opportunity. Well, today Rinko was in there early because he had to be, because the wickets have fallen. But then there was the opportunity. Okay, Andre, you haven't had much time. There's your chance to go. I suppose we'll never know. But it would have been nice to see him set himself up, go for a platform. And as you say, I mean, I've witnessed innings of his that he's played where he's had to be a little bit more selective up front. But once you've been selective and once you've been there for a period of time, you can really cut loose.
Yeah, it's giving the best guy a chance to stabilize and then launch. And remember, when he launches, he kind of just... Goes like that. He doesn't take off. He just goes straight into orbit. Well, not to be today. But of course, let's not take any credit away from the Mumbai bowlers. Yes, in the middle, they did a containing job, but that could be done. They put Knight Riders on the back foot because of that opening spell. And as Shaun Pollock had spoken about, as Joy had spoken about, when they said that start with your attacking option up first, that's what they did. When you look at it, and Bumrah just had to bowl that one over. It's because Thushara got a wicket in the first. He got 2 wickets in the third. You didn't have to bring Bumrah back. Bumrah had bowled the first over in the power play that he bowled, which was the second of the innings, for 2 runs.
Absolutely.
Just Bumrah doing Bumrah things.
What? Bumrah comes in at 20th over, bowls it for 2 runs.
Yeah.
He bowls the 18th over for 2 runs. I mean, he is just absolutely amazing. I mean, just he's at a different level altogether. And what happened was, this is a hoarding I understand, because the moment Manish Pandey comes in there, Bumrah, they still had a second Bumrah over in their pocket, which they could have used. And they said, no, let's sit on it. And then they had 3 Bumrah overs at the end. So they knew that they were covered at the end.
Yeah.
They knew that getting 20 and over, 25 and over against a Bumrah is not going to happen.
Yeah.
And at least half your overs, you're going to have Bumrah bowling.
True. And Hardik came in the 5th over. He picked up a wicket. So they got wickets in 1, 3, 5 and 7. So you can say that the odds were against Knight Riders today.
Well done.
Just
Thok de.
But can the Knight Riders bowlers get even? Because the thing is that they haven't been winning at this ground. The last time they won at this ground was in 2012. But what happened then, Polly?
Yeah, 140 was enough.
I
They
think
bowled
it was
Mumbai for 107, I think it
Yeah,
was.
107, 108.
Yeah, so 140 was enough. But today, 169 looks, it looks more than a shade under.
I tell you what, had they not needed to use Manish Pandey, they might well have substituted the spinner in.
So I have 3 spinners.
Yeah, because Anukul Roy was there in the substitutes list.
Yeah.
Because this kind of a surface...
Is it though? I mean, yes, the spinners did decently for the Knight Riders, but was it as much assistance from the surface or assistance from the fact that they had knocked 5 wickets?
Yeah, I think both played the part. It definitely seemed like a surface where it was just standing
Holding
up a
a
little
bit,
bit more than what you kind of expect. Obviously, with the roll and maybe the dew factor, it might not be that easy. But I still think Mumbai will be coming out trying to get a fast start so that they take the pressure off having to do any kind of job against those spinners in the middle.
Yeah. Do you think any spin coming in the power play though? Because that's their strong suit.
They have to throw. They have to throw spin. Also, there's one more reason. If dew is going to come in, dew is going to be heavier as you go on. So if you're going to, you get a couple of spin overs in the power play, because look, this is the subpar total, let's face it.
Yeah.
They will want to disrupt. It could go horribly wrong also. You give spin, somebody goes for 20 and over, that's also happened. But when your total is subpar, you have to do something different.
Yeah.
You can't play the game the same.
You got to be, Polly, will they have to think the way Mumbai thought about their bowling, which is attack up front? Because the only thing that can win them this game is wickets.
Yeah, definitely. I think they'll be turning to stock and saying, hey, listen, you might not have picked up that many wickets. You've maybe gone at an excessive rate, but just back yourself tonight. We need a performance from you. If you can pick us 2 or 3, much like the start Mumbai got, then we've got half a chance. So, and from a Mumbai's perspective, if they're going to win all the games that they've got, they're going to end up with 14 points. You've got to think that if they do, it's probably going to be a net run rate situation again.
They need to go hard.
Yeah, so they'll have to go hard, and I think that'll be their game plan. They've got plenty of depth. They can substitute, obviously, Rohit in, and I'm sure it'll be some fireworks. So it's going to be one of those games where the overs won't be played out. It'll be a case of point of, who succomes first, because there's going to be pressure on both teams up front.
This is not going to be a last night situation. This is not going down to the last ball. It's not even going down to the last over. This game is going to be this way or that way. Let's not rule the Knight Riders out. They're high on confidence. They're second on the points table. And of course, the Mumbai batting lineup has been under the pump. As you can see, they've only won 3 out of their 10 games. And that's why it's so important for them to win this one today. Because if they can win it, if they can win big, you never know. It's quite easy, actually. It's not that difficult, rather, to shave off 0.3 from your net run rate. Right? If they can finish it in maybe 14, 15 overs, they could actually jump up above Gujarat and Punjab both and sit right below Delhi. It is a possibility.
Absolutely.
It's a possibility that their fans would be looking at. They'd be looking at as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And say one game at a time. Let's win big. Then we'll see the next game. Keep going like that. Keep chipping away and hoping that the other results go their way.
Yeah, well, Rohit didn't have a good one on his birthday. Of course, he's the impact sub today. He's a senior player. Polly, this is a nice rule, isn't it? You would have liked it. You couldn't have had it at your time because you couldn't have sat out the fielding side of it. But for some batters, it's a good gig, yeah? Sit out the fielding in the heat.
We had substitution in one-day cricket at one stage where you would make the change after
the
50
super
overs.
sub.
Yeah.
The super
I
sub.
never managed to be that guy, but
You did too many things, Polly.
That's the problem with
it seemed like a good gig. But we don't wonder what happened last night, do we? I mean, we had Josh Butler sit out and then come in and just face the one delivery and then go sit back down.
Yeah.
As the super sub. So Rohit will be hoping
Short work day.
Yeah, Rohit will be hoping for better than that today.
Yeah, and with that batting lineup with Rohit and Ishan, and then of course, everyone else to follow. Tilak Verma's been in good form. Hardik's done a little bit of hitting as well a couple of games ago. Then of course, Surya Kumar Yadav is always in the kind of form that he's in. I don't think they'll, if they lose early wickets, I don't think they'll keep Tim David back. They won't hold him back. So they're good. They're good for this 170. Joy. I mean, at this point in time, yes, there's Varun Chakravarti, yes, there's Sunil Narayan, yes, there's Mitchell Stark, but you have to say that advantage significantly is the chasing team Mumbai.
Yeah, and I'd love to see a strong power play score because I think that's where the game will be won or lost. Power play, they get big one.
So then, what are you saying?
Yeah,
You want me to put a number?
Make your quote then.
Yeah.
71.
71. Look at you.
Why not?
71.
Well, I think that's a bit high.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 65.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I was going to go. So I literally had 66, like bit of the devil's number. I'm going to go 61.
Okay.
61.
So we covered from about 56 to 76. Not bad. It's pretty decent spread.
61. This is not a team effort. No one cares if the team wins. I'll tell you this. This is Polly's first day. Joe is trying to confuse him with sweetness. No.
Trying to lure me in.
Yeah. It's every man and woman for himself and herself. Saimi. I'm talking about you.
I know.
Yeah. She's had a few bad days, so I'm very happy about them. Yeah. I left, had a 4-day break. I came back and she hadn't made a dent. Very happy. You focus on your triathlon. Just focus on it. That's the race you need to win. I got this one. All right. Well, that's all we have time for, Polly. So you're calling it distinctly advantage Mumbai?
Yeah, definitely. I think with an understanding of what has to be achieved runs-wise and they don't have to put themselves under immense pressure, I think they're looking for a fast start and then no issues.
Okay. So that's it. That's business for us. We're going to go get some dinner now. And we're going to see you at the end of the 10th over with Cricbuzz Combox, unless Mumbai's finished it at that time. I'm not jinxing it. No. It happens. We've got this thing over here that every time somebody says, oh, it's going to be early, it's going to get done quickly, it goes down to the last ball. Will it today? Well, there's about 40,000 people in Wankhede who'll be very, very happy if it goes down to the last ball because they'll be getting their money's worth, as will everyone who's watching this game. But it looks like at this point in time that it might wrap up a little earlier, unless Messrs. Narayan and Chakravarti can make a big dent with their 8 overs. Well, we'll come back and discuss all of that. All we have time for now on Cricbuzz Live. We are going to go because I can smell dinner. I can smell it. Let's go.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपको अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad 50 Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दें